Ladies and gentlemen, I am the 85th Arbitrary. If you hear thunder and rain, there's a storm going outside my house. I have a question to ask, in particular those of you who are fans of Legend of Zelda series. My question surrounds the game Twilight Princess, but I have to go back to Ocarina of Time. Now, according to the timeline, the Hyrule Historia, whatever you want to call it, at the end of Ocarina of Time, the game splits into three directions. The direction I want to concentrate on is when Link is sent back to the past. In the past, young Link and young Zelda both warned King Hyrule that hey, Ganondorf is plotting to take the Triforce. So as a result, Ganondorf is stopped and sent into the Twilight Realm by the sages. That means he never got his hands on the Triforce. He never made a move for the Triforce. But in the game Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, Ganondorf has the Triforce of Power. Not only that, but Zelda has the Triforce of Wisdom, and I believe Link has the Triforce of Courage, which kept him from transforming into a spirit while in the Twilight Realm, but instead transformed into a wolf. And I also say Zelda has the Triforce of Wisdom because halfway through the game, when Zamp puts that thing in Link's head, Zelda waved her hand over Link's and instantly discovered, hey, you got this cursed item, go get the Master Sword and get it, okay? And of course, there's a cutscene where Ganondorf uses the Triforce of Power to break the Sage's chain before he's sent to the Twilight Realm. If Ganondorf never made a play for the Triforce, how is it separated? That's my question. Because, yeah, I already described it. It doesn't make sense to me, you know? That's probably the only part of the Hyrule Historia that does not make sense to me. Also, there's another thing I wanted to ask. I could be grossly wrong, and I most likely am, but I'm just going to ask this anyway. Ever since Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds, it was to my understanding that only somebody with a Triforce can stand up to somebody else with a Triforce. So, if that's true, which I doubt it is, but if that's true, how is it that Link was able to defeat Ganon in A Link to the Past when Ganon had the complete Triforce? And you could also argue, how is it that Link was able to defeat Ganon when Ganon had the Triforce of Power and Link had the Triforce of Wisdom in the original Zelda game? But then again, he had a Triforce, the Triforce of Wisdom. Oh goodness, checking the time. Alright, I'm actually doing a test, in case you don't know. I'm trying to see how this works out. If it works well, then I'll make this into an ongoing series. Maybe call it like Arbitrary Minds, where I do a quick draw. Well, a quick draw goes on the screen while I just talk about some totally random thing. And in today's case, it's the Triforce. Also, I might have to read the Hyrule Historia again, but to my understanding, A Link to the Past took place before the original Zelda. And at the end of A Link to the Past, Ganon was destroyed, I think. Whether he was destroyed or he was defeated, but Link won the completed Triforce from Ganon. Do you know there's very few Zelda games where a wish was actually made on the Triforce? There's A Link to the Past, Zelda 2 The Adventures of Link, Skyward Sword, A Link Between Worlds, Wind Waker. I love that game. I believe At the beginning of Breath of the Wild, Zelda had to complete a Triforce, and she made a wish to hide Link away, which I don't understand why she didn't just wish Ganon destroyed, but whatevs. I'm running out of time here, so with that said, I'm just going to put some audio over some video, and have a good night.